During the analysis of the draft budget by the committee, it was noted that certain key deficits exist. What we can tell you is that the Ministry of Infrastructure showed us a total deficit of 17.8 billion Rwandan francs, and they are asking the committee to do advocacy so that the deficit is closed. There are projects about to be launched, and development partners have already provided their portion of the funds, so the government must play its part. For example, projects to do with road construction that RTDA has shown have a deficit of 8.8 billion Rwandan francs. In the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources, we must commend that RAB's budget increased. However, the ministry still remains with serious budget deficits that should be addressed, and we intend to speak to officials in the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning about them. The Road Maintenance Fund says 72% of roads that were supposed to be repaired are yet to be completed because of the economic effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, and officials in the Ministry of Infrastructure have admitted that up to 17 billion Rwandan francs is still owed to people due to their personal property that was either damaged or destroyed to make way for their development projects. Concerning those areas, we have formed a team led by the Ministry of Local Government that coordinated with all districts in the country so that we can get a clearer picture of what is owed, as you had requested us to do, and that the different sectors, water, electricity, distribution and transport, are handled separately. There are matters the Ministry of Local Government wrote to the Ministry of Finance about, and also what was included in the budget concerning the work being done. Parliamentarians pointed out that any budget allocation for the Ministry of Infrastructure should give priority to clearing any areas owed to local communities because of development projects, and the feasibility studies of those projects must be properly done to avoid problems. Officials from the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning that participated in the discussions gave assurances that priority areas are considered during the budget allocation process and that proper consultations with the concerned institutions are also made. As for the implementation of projects during this current 2020-2021 fiscal year that is coming to a close, the Ministry of Infrastructure and its affiliated agencies are between 80.4% and 98%, while the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources and its affiliate agencies are at 90%. Officials in the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources are worried, however, about the deficits in its budget for the next fiscal year. It will be difficult for us to recover as we had planned, and any country should be able to meet its own food demands. We know that almost all conflicts around the world are over food supplies, and food is a human right, and we do not believe that it is something that should be sacrificed.
So, it's a human right.
The parliamentarians also pointed out the importance of properly assessing how much the government owes contractors when it comes to development projects, and ensuring that a project is properly completed in one fiscal year before another is introduced in the next. All of this is to be presented to the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning as it continues to prepare the country's 2021-2022 national budget.